The spring morning in downtown Chicago burst to life like a symphony of possibility. The air was crisp, invigorating, and laced with the scent of roasted coffee and ambition. Sidewalk cafes buzzed with laughter, commuters bustled past skyscrapers, and the city hummed with energy. But amidst the chaos, one man stood immaculately still, Gregory Hartman. Billionaire. Tech mogul. A legend of Wall Street. His presence was magnetic, like a storm cloaked in Armani. And parked beside him, his black Mustang GT gleamed under the sun like a predator ready to pounce. Gregory was a man used to control, of empires, of time, of fate. He never slowed down, never looked back. But today, something would shatter that rhythm. As he reached for the car door, a sensation prickled the back of his neck. Then, an interruption. A tug. Gentle, but urgent. He looked down, confused and slightly annoyed. There, clutching his pant leg, stood a girl no older than 6. Her appearance was disheveled. Barefoot, wearing a dress that hung like a curtain on her small frame, hair tousled and uncombed. But her eyes, those wide, earnest brown eyes, stopped him cold. They weren't just pleading. They were warning. "Don't get in your Mustang," she cried, her tiny voice trembling like a leaf in a storm. A jolt ran through Gregory's spine. The sentence was absurd. Unfounded. Yet it carried the weight of something real, something undeniable. He narrowed his eyes. "Excuse me. You can't. Something bad will happen. Please, don't go." Her hands clenched into tiny fists, and her lip quivered with emotion too big for her small body. People around them slowed, sensing something unusual. It wasn't every day a billionaire was stopped by a street child. Gregory glanced at the girl, then at his Mustang, still idling, still beautiful, still dangerous. "Where are your parents? Who are you with?" he asked, trying to rationalize the situation. "Nobody. It's just me. And I know you think I'm crazy, but I'm not. I saw it," she whispered, stepping closer. "I see things sometimes. You'll crash. You won't make it. Please don't go today." Gregory Hartman, the man known for logic and cold efficiency, should have dismissed her. He should have turned, gotten in his car, and driven away. But something in her face, something in that trembling voice, clutched at his heart in a way he couldn't explain. His instincts, honed over decades of risk and reward, suddenly screamed, "Listen." He looked at his driver across the street and gestured. "Take the Mustang back to the garage. I want the sedan. Now." Gasps erupted. Phones snapped pictures. The man who never changed his mind just shifted his entire schedule based on a warning from a barefoot girl. Gregory knelt again. "What's your name, sweetheart?" "Lila," she answered, her voice softening as the fear ebbed slightly. "Lila, where do you live?" he asked, his tone more gentle now, more human. She pointed down a nearby alley. "Behind the bakery. My mom's sick. She can't get up." For the first time in years, Gregory's focus splintered. He had an investor meeting that could define the next decade of his company. But suddenly, the urgency of a sick woman behind a bakery overpowered everything. "Come on. Let's go see her," he said. The alley was dark, cold, and forgotten by the world. Lila led him behind the bakery to a makeshift shelter of cardboard and tattered blankets. There lay a woman, unconscious, her breathing shallow and raspy. Her cheeks were sunken, skin pale with fever. Gregory didn't hesitate. He dialed emergency services and barked clear, authoritative instructions. When the medics arrived, he rode in the ambulance with Lila, holding her hand the whole time. In the hospital, doctors diagnosed pneumonia, advanced dehydration, and untreated diabetes. Had another day passed, she might not have survived. Gregory watched, stunned. This woman had slipped through every safety net, every system. How had the world let her fall this far? He looked down at Lila, this brave, strange girl who had not only saved her mother, but maybe him too. That night, as he sat in a hospital chair, the news broke. His Mustang, driven back to the garage, was struck at a major intersection by a semi-truck that ran a red light. The front was crumpled like foil. The driver didn't survive. If Gregory had been inside. A chill crept down his spine. Lila had saved his life. That absurd warning, that innocent voice, had rerouted his destiny. The next morning, Gregory cancelled all meetings. He didn't return to his penthouse. Instead, he stayed by the hospital bed, beside a girl who trusted him. Who believed in something more than logic. More than money. Days passed. The mother recovered. Gregory personally arranged for her medical care, counseling, and a secure apartment. But that wasn't enough. He felt something deeper stir. A guilt, a revelation, and a purpose. He created a foundation, Lila's Light, dedicated to helping homeless families, especially single mothers. With millions in seed funding, it became a nationwide network within months. It offered housing, job training, and emotional support. The program was designed not as charity, but as a lifeline, with dignity. Gregory changed, slowly and profoundly. He laughed more. He cried openly. He volunteered. He spoke less about stocks and more about souls. The world noticed, but he didn't care. All that mattered was the joy on Lila's face when her mother stood on her own feet again. One sunny afternoon in the park, Lila climbed into his lap and looked up at him with those same soulful eyes. "I'm glad you listened to me," she whispered. He kissed her forehead. "You didn't just save my life, Lila. You gave it back to me." And in that moment, the man once worshipped for his wealth understood something rare and precious. True wealth lies in connection, in courage, and in kindness. Because sometimes, angels don't descend from the skies. They emerge from alleyways, barefoot and brave, carrying warnings that save not just lives, but hearts. And it all began with a trembling voice and 6 simple words: "Don't get in your Mustang."